What is happening, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a shockingly disturbing masterpiece about a real-life killer that went on to inspire film, TV, and storytelling in general. We're talking about the real-life psycho that went on to inspire Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And this book is called Did You Hear What Eddie Gein Done? Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. This book is not for the faint of heart, let's just say. It's shocking, it's disturbing, it makes you feel uncomfortable at times, but it is also a very well written and painstakingly researched and illustrated piece of work. Written by Schechter and illustrated by Eric Powell. I'm a huge fan of Eric Powell, his other works such as Hillbilly and The Goon. And I may have missed out on this book if it wasn't for his name being on it. It may have slipped past my radar, but thankfully that did not happen. This is a true crime graphic novel about the killer known as Eddie Gein, whose crimes were discovered in November of 1957. Murder, grave robbing, and some other really disturbing habits and behaviors of Gein's that took place in a small town called Plainfield in Wisconsin, USA. Now, Gein went on to inspire the film Psycho's Norman Bates, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's Leatherface, and Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. Now, I'm a big horror fan, but as much as I like those movies, I never even heard the name Eddie Gein before. I much rather prefer my horror based in fiction than reality. However, those films are mild and tame compared to the horrendous events that take place in this book. It's not overly graphic or gory, but it is psychologically disturbing, and I felt pretty uncomfortable reading this, but at the same time, I couldn't put it down. So this is a graphic dramatization of Eddie Gein's life from early childhood up until his death, and is based almost entirely on primary source material. Contemporary accounts from Wisconsin newspapers, forensic documents, psychiatric reports, and more. Characters and scenarios were created based on Gein's own confessions. So we see his upbringing from a young child, his family life, his abusive father and mother, his unstable friendships and ridicule he went through. And as I read on, I began to feel really sorry for this kid. He has an insane mother who abuses him on different levels, and from their relationship grew a bizarre type of mother worship from him, similar to what we see in Hitchcock's Psycho, but in much more detail here. Every chapter is written really well and feels like it unlocks just enough new information, adding to the madness. The story is non-linear, so it does jump through different timelines, but never feels confusing. The artwork is really nice, typical of Eric Powell if you're familiar with his style. Really enjoyed the amount of detail in the shading on every page. It looks like a lot of effort was put forth on both writer and illustrator. Do I have anything bad to say about this book? There isn't much really. The only thing for me is that it is slightly undersized compared to a regular size trade paperback, but that's about it. So if you're into the horror genre at all, you may want to check this out. Just keep in mind you are in for a realistically horrific experience. At the back of the book, we get some more facts and written interviews with some of the real-life characters Eddie Gein knew, expanding more on his life and upbringing, which helped to fully grasp his personality and psychosis. So that's about it, guys. Let me know if you're going to be checking this book out, what your thoughts are on it, if you've read it already, and we'll see you another time. Take care.